Hello everybody, welcome back to an edition of the Modicon EdgeIO training. I'm your host, Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're going to see is how this Modicon EdgeIO can be integrated into the EcoStruxure plant architectures. So let's go to the presentation. So, in case you don't know, in the EcoStruxure umbrella of products that we have, we have the following devices. We have for the pack solution, we have the Modicon M240, M580, and the Modicon M580 safety. It's not included in this part of the presentation, but we have the Modicon MC80 also for solar applications. Then we have the possibility to have redundant PLCs, redundant pack, with the M580 and M580 safety and the whole standby solution. And then for IOs, we have the X80, which is the Modicon X80 range for the IOs. And also we have the safety ones that you can see here, the one in red. Okay, so those are the offer that we have for the pack solution in Schneider Electric. Then if we want to separate this in a much better, we have the software. It can be the EcoStruxure Control Expert, or it could be the EcoStruxure Control Expert Classic, former Unity Pro. Then we have for DCS, we have the EcoStruxure Process Expert, okay? And then on the pack, we have all those packs. And then at the bottom one, we have everything related to the IOS, the X80. Now, the Modicon EdgeIO will be part of the IOS as a distributed IO, and it can be part of the RIO or DIO solution, okay? And it will depend on how we're going to configure it. So, if we think about on the Modicon STB, okay, the older solution that we have, this will be like a nice replacement of that offer, okay? The Modicon EdgeIO will be the nice replacement, okay? Because you have the NIM, the NIM, you have the power, and then you have all different models, and then you need to check, depends on the consumption of the bus, to add different power in the middle in order to create the solution, okay? Now, if you take a look at the picture here, okay, this is not mine, I take it from the marketing of Schneider. So we can use on the real solution that we have, okay, here we can connect the switch, and here we can use the ring to use the Modicon EdgeIO as a standard solution that we use with the Modicon STB. The same would be for the Modicon EdgeIO. If you take a look over here, we have the NOS, or we have a NOC, and we can also pull that the Modicon EdgeIO, okay, as a distributed IO. So one of these guys has the possibility to have up to 250 slices in total in the whole island, but per cluster you have up to 32 slices that you can use, or 25 depending on what you're trying to do, okay? So it's depend on the configuration. But this would be like a idea when you need to replace, for example, the Modicon STB. Okay, it's not obsolete, don't worry, but just an upgrade on the features. Then we can also use this one as a RIO. So the Modicon STB wasn't able to use as a RIO. You just need to use the switch, connect, and I'll use it as a DIO. And here we have the possibility to connect this whole IO system, okay, to the RIO port that we have on the M580, okay, which is totally different compared with the STB. Now, it's also compatible with the host standby. Again, it can be used as a Modicon STB. Here you can see at the bottom, okay, or can be used in the same ring topology as a RIO along with X80 solution, okay. So in case you cannot go with the X80 due to the price or something, you can still go for the Modicon EdgeIO in the RIO topology, okay. The same can be applied for the safety solution, okay. On the safety side and the safety controller, we have the possibility to use this as a RIO, okay, which is okay, good. Otherwise you can probably go for the NOC and connect it as a DIO, okay. So this is the whole panorama, okay. It's a pretty good change compared with the STB. Now, which one to select? Okay, that's the main question. If you want to go for the X80 or if you want to go for the EdgeIO. Okay, so the first thing would be the price. Okay, this one is a little less less expensive or is a little more cheaper compared with the Modicon X80. Okay, then you need to check in each country which is the price. Okay, but in terms of price, the X80 is going to be like more pricey compared with the Modicon EdgeIO. Then would be how we want to communicate to these IOs. Again, here, this one for the moment for the Modicon M580, it's going to be Ethernet IP and OSTCP. Okay, there is another version for Circos, but the M580 doesn't have Circos, so that will leave that for the machine side to use the Circos. Then, if you still need to use the X80, you can use it over Ethernet IP. You can just drops. Now, installation. How do you want to make this installed in your enclosure? So basically, the X80 is all rack, so you need a rack and then just put the models over there. This one is just a slice. Okay, you just put a slice, but both of them have the hot swap, which is good. Okay, you can remove it. Okay, you can remove the block and then just connect it back again, or remove it by parts. It's kind of easy. You just put it back again and replace the model, and that's it. There's no need to remove the power supply. Okay, so for safety, there is a lot more safety on the X80. So if you want a safety application for different IOs, then move for the X80. Okay, not for the Modicon EdgeIO, because most of the safety functionalities are based on the Circos part, and the F80 doesn't support Circos, so it's not really compatible. Then the special functionalities. Okay, if you saw the previous video about integration of machine, EcoStruxure machine, then I'm going to mention again, we have the IO link already available for us to use, which is quite nice. Okay, this is a card. We can connect the IO link devices over here, and then along with the NIM and the power, we should be able to read the information of those devices. So we have also hard, PTO, and PWM modules over here. Okay. Features, PRP architectures for the X80, and then for the Modicon EdgeIO, which is quite nice. You have the embedded web page for this one in order to make the configuration, make diagnostics, which is quite handy. All the troubleshooting is there, so it has. If we compare this with the STB, it's quite powerful compared with that one. Okay, and then for the performance, you have maximum as to 31 drops. For the X80, up to 2 racks with 12 models per drop. Okay, and then on this one you can have up to 25 clusters. Okay, the whole Iceland, 25 clusters and 250 slices or models. Okay, because are the slides. Okay, so this is the comparison with the X80 and the Modicon EdgeIO. I know it's quite a lot, okay, to process right now, but what you can do is to compare also with the Modicon STB. It's not obsolete, the Modicon STB, but in terms of performance, I believe the Modicon EdgeIO is quite powerful compared to that one. One basic thing is the access to the web interface. You can use any browser. On this one, on the Modicon EdgeIO, you just need to check on the Java version, disable a lot of things. This one's very straightforward, and how you can discover all different models, quite good. And also, in terms of price, if you compare with the STB, I believe this offers a little bit more cheaper. And compare with the X80, it has different kind of performance, different robustness, different to the Modicon EdgeIO, but it's a little more pricey. Okay, so there are a lot of things to take a look, but it's good to know that we have the possibility to use the Modicon EdgeIO as a RIO, the RIO, and also for DIO. That in the STB, it's just DIO. Here it's just RIO configuration, the RIO ring. So this is how the Modicon EdgeIO can be used on the EcoStruxure plant solution that we have. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.